She's up and at him this morning.
Hey, what's up everybody? 3D Theory here. Today is August 18th, 2024 at 7:08 a.m. and this is vlog number 38. I am happy to say we got test A, B, and C printed out for the Stealth TV tray, and we're going to be able to try that out today. But before we do that, I just wanted to show you a cool little clip of yesterday. I went walking at Griffith Park, and there's a couple of Disney sites that I visited. I wanted to just show you this quick clip. One is Walt's barn, where he worked on little steamer trains or miniature trains, where he sat on them and rode them. You can see videos of them here and there across the internet, and that was the barn he worked in. And then there's the merry-go-round at Griffith Park, where he came up with Disneyland. So I'm going to throw that quick clip in here, and I'll see you when you get back.
Hey, what's up everybody? 3D Theory here. So we're at Griffith Park today, and I'm walking up to the old merry-go-round located here in Griffith Park, where it's known for Walt Disney to have conceived of Disneyland. So there are actually a couple of pictures here of Walt Disney's daughters, and they're here because he would come and his daughters would ride the merry-go-round while he sat on one of these benches over here. And as he was sitting here, he actually conceived of a place where he can go with his family and basically have a family fun day where it'll be entertaining for both the children and the parents along. So let me zoom in over here. This is the picture that's posted over here. Diane and Sharon Disney ride while their dad, Walt, dreams of Disneyland. That's really cool. So this is just something small I wanted to show you guys. Unfortunately, the merry-go-round's not running anymore. I think ever since about like 2020, if I'm not mistaken, it's been down. So I figured I'd come and capture this place. It's a historic place. Kind of explore the other Walt Disney structure that's located here in Griffith Park next. And that spot is actually called Walt's barn. And that's the barn he used to work on miniature trains with. You'll see Walt riding barns in some footage if you look around, and you'll see him just riding this little miniature train. Hey guys, I'm trying to get a good shot for you of Walt's barn here. This is in Griffith Park, and it's hosted by the Carolwood Society. It was his barn in his house in Holmby Hills, Los Angeles, where he used to work on the miniature trains, where he was able to come up with ideas for his rides at Disneyland. And this is a cool little museum that you could visit every third Sunday of the month, if I'm not mistaken. And we visited one time, and it's pretty cool. You got some historic things in there. I think he has his train that he worked on in there as well. But yeah, this is a cool little miniature train society type of place. As you can see, there's like a little train track right here, and you could actually take a ride down it. And yeah, that's Walt's barn. They brought it over here, and where it sits as a museum now. Pretty cool place.
It's a little fun little spot over there. I can't help but imagine that Griffith Park in general gave Walt Disney the idea for the Disney parks, because when you go over there, Griffith Park is huge. And there's a lot of little things you can do over there. There's like Travel Town, where they have a train museum, and you got the merry-go-round. There's a place where you could play, I think, arcades or like carnival style games, and ride another train over there. There's a little train over there you can ride. You can grab popcorn and hot dogs and whatnot. So I can't help but think that his whole Griffith Park experience, and not just sitting at the merry-go-round, gave him the idea for Disney parks. But nonetheless, we got a cool project we're working on here today. It's the Stealth TV train. Oh, I meant to say Stealth TV tray. And yeah, we got a full leg in the center there. We got that drawer storage compartment unit, and then like all the other parts that just fit into each other. So we're gonna give that a try. Looks pretty good. And so I'm gonna get these off now. Nothing like a nice cup of coffee. All this stuff's available for free on my Maker World. Just heads up about that, links in the description. When I say all this stuff, I mean from this on down. Also, it is 76.5 degrees in the 3D printer room with a 55% humidity. Alright guys, I'll start out with the one that's most exciting for me. And it's actually looking really nice. Very clean print. I'm telling you, these Bambu Lab A1 printers, they do a spectacular job. This is PETG, by the way. And I'm just going to go ahead and start taking things off. And the print quality is pretty good. Let me zoom in here. That's not just pretty good, that's really good. Very happy with that. And there's everything else for you zoomed in. Very cool. Alright, so I'm just going to throw these all in the bin here. Here's the dovetail. And try to keep those together. I'm actually really curious right now. I can't wait. Alright, let's see. Dang. Oh yeah, there you go. It fits. And I need it to fit really snug because it's joining two tables together. So, hey, what do you know? That's great. Very, very cool. Super snug, like I modeled it to be. So there you go. It really matters the scale of something. Very happy with that. Very cool. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna just try them out as I go along because I don't want to wait. Waited enough. This is the little sleeve that I printed for the leg. This is the hexagonal bar. It's a little off. I may have to print it standing up, and hopefully it'll work because it is still pretty thin if you think about it. Let's see what else we can get off here. Everything, very nice. Here's the leg. All right, I'm just going to clear the support here for a second so I could test this piece out. All right, there you go. Honestly, that fit in so well. Perfect. And it has that the beginning of that design element there that goes all the way to the center. But that is looking great. This thing is super solid, by the way, in case anyone was wondering so far. But what really matters is this part. So after I put the leg together, I think that's the one I'm most excited about, is putting this leg together. Okay, that worked great. What else do we have over here? This is the part where bar fits into, but we have some sagging going on. I just may have to make this a little deeper, but we'll see right now. Maybe not. I just wanted to make it ever so shallow so that I can just basically know where to put that bar, not necessarily for it to fit into. Okay, so I did extend the lip up from there, and that should work out perfectly fine. This is for the side. Yeah, it's even in there. So if I wanted to, I can kind of sand this down, but I think it's kind of unnecessary to do that because it legitimately fits in there, and it'll tell me where to put it, so I don't have to worry about placing it anywhere. And yeah, that's looking great. My tolerances were pretty spot on so far. Here's the screw that goes in, and I did notice that the screw gets a little wobbly over here in the printout, but nonetheless, I'm probably gonna have to make these screw holes a little bit bigger because it's pretty tight. And what about this one? This one I printed out vertically. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to print out vertically because of these overhangs. And so that was a test I wanted to run. And likewise, this one is the front for the center bar. That doesn't fit. So I got to make these screw holes bigger. Here's the center bar. I'll probably have to make that loose as well. It goes in. It's just extremely snug. Which probably means same for the washer here, the hexagonal washer. Yep. It's just, it fits, but it's like it ain't going after it goes in. And this is for this bar here. So let's give that a try. Oh yeah, that works out great. That's perfect. Tells me where to put it. And this is the two halves of the table, by the way. So pretty much you just have a guide as to where to put that and glue it into place. So that's definitely going to be helpful. Very nice. And that's about it. We do have this and a couple of other pieces on the other printer. So once that we put that leg together, which I'm really excited for, we can kind of test that out. And then let's head over to the other part of the leg. All right, guys, so this is the other part of the leg. I'm gonna go ahead and take that off. That came off nice and easy with this white PETG. Man, that is real sturdy. I'm not too worried about the leg part, like this part here being weak. It's just a connecting point. I'm kind of worried about it being too weak. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and give that a try. How's that fitting? Very nicely. How is it bending? Oh, that is kind of bendy, guys. So if it's hanging on its side in a diagonal way, it might be bending. The only way to tell is if I do what I intended on doing with this thing, which is to weld it together. I'm going to do that actually. Let's see if this fits. That fit nicely. And what about this? There you have it. Let me see if I could. There you go. Wow, that was like a snap fit. And it looks intentional. Look at that. There is these two lines here, but I imagine that's okay. Man, that is really, really cool. And it feels a little bit more sturdy. But like I said, the only way to really tell if I weld these together using a soldering iron, which is what I'm going to do this morning actually. But before we get into all that, let me check out the drawer over here on printer number 5. All right, guys, so let's try this drawer. I think this is the one I'm second most excited about. We've got a whole bunch of support material in there, so we're gonna have to clean that out. And here's that beautiful drawer lid. It's very solid, so that's gonna be nice when it is used as a tabletop. All right, guys, I'm just making note of how to clean this because there's a lot of support material in there. And so I just grabbed my scraper here, and I know that there's gonna be an entire table, so I'm not gonna be able to reach it from this side, so I'm trying to come up with a technique where I know that that's the case. And the technique I came up with is just holding it and using the corner here. I'm just gonna go in and scrape it out. Let me see if I can do it this way. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's coming out of there. It's just a little bit left right there. So there you go. That was cleared out. And now we just have the other side. I'm gonna do that off camera really quick. All right, guys, so that got worked out. It's actually pretty easy the other side. And so I do have a little bit of a edge here. It's kind of like tapered to meet the tapered edge here. So let's see if it fits. Ooh, that is really tight. I'm not sure if that's gonna work. It's also probably because of that support material in there. It's getting stuck pretty well. Could also be because of the PETG. Sometimes it's just real sticky. No, but you could actually see it causing a little friction there. I'm gonna quickly sand this and see if I can get it to go in. Yeah, I'm gonna have to definitely increase the size here of the hole to let this pass through. So that's something to note. I almost forgot about the hexagonal bar here. So I'm gonna give that a try. Oh yeah, that fits like a charm. Very nice. Both sides. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and weld this together and see if it holds up as we would like. All right, guys, so I got the soldering iron here ready for action, and I'm just gonna make sure that's fitting the way I want it to fit. I'm gonna go ahead and start working this. Let me actually zoom in there. Not sure if I've ever done this for PETG. I've done it for PLA. I got the soldering iron set to 450, so it's definitely hot enough. Usually would want to go on the X pattern, but just kind of going smooth across here for now, making sure I'm trying to get all these points melted together. Let me go on this side now. Let me see if I can get some patterns going here. I do want to just get it all the way welded in there. I want this thing to be as solid as it possibly can as one piece. I'll work that side already. So it's definitely feeling real good, but I do want to smooth this out so that that little sleeve I put on there remains strong, or can actually wrap around it rather. So smoothing this out as best I can, trying to make it one piece. Okay, I think we can call that done. And just want to show you what I got here. So let's see, definitely a lot stronger than before. Let me get that little sleeve on there. So I went ahead and I got that little sleeve. I'm just going to fit it around now. Hopefully it still fits after solder welding. There you go. And this is the reason why I wanted to make the sleeve in the first place, because of that work I'm going to be doing there. Now, I have two options. I can glue this like this, or I can throw in a piece of filament and weld that together. I just don't know how good that's going to look, but I kind of want to give this a try, throwing in that filament there. I feel like it'll look pretty good. Alright, so this is looking pretty good. I'm going to just try to be very clean with this and just go over, but I feel like it's definitely burning PETG a little bit, or whatever gunk is on there, it's kind of showing. I didn't want that to show. So I'm kind of rethinking that as I go along here. And let's try to put this in there, see how that'll work. It's actually not looking that bad, and I feel like that will hold real well. I'm going to do the same with this side now. So I'm going to pop that in and see if I can just get this to be one piece. Alright, that's looking pretty good. Now I think I can say I'm officially done with the soldering iron. Alright guys, that is looking actually really nice. I wish I can kind of smooth that out so it doesn't look so welded. I mean, I think I can probably put a little bit more filament in there when the time comes, but definitely this is going to be the strongest way to be able to merge these two together, and it's going to be on the sides there. Ideally, I would have liked it to only have to happen on one side, so I don't have to do it on both here, but I feel like that was also the best way. Now, to give it a little bit of a bend test, let's see here. It does crickle and crackle a little bit, but it's going to be bending in this way because it's going to be sitting diagonally like this, and it's pretty hefty. So I'm wondering if 4 would definitely do the trick. Let's see. You definitely don't want to put real heavy stuff on there. I wish I had a lot of weights, like bench press weights, so I can do a weight test on it, but there you go. A little bit just broke, and I'm wondering now, did the inside break or did the weld break? But nonetheless, but I feel like for my laptop or for like a plate of food I'm eating, I feel like it should be able to hold up, but we won't know until we actually print it out. And the tabletop, I assume, is going to be a little bit heavy, especially because I got that drawer unit in there. I feel like this is the best method I've got. If you guys got any other ideas on how to bring these two together, let me know. But nonetheless, I do feel like it's going to be able to hold, especially if there's 4 of them, 4 times the strength. It would honestly be real cool if this worked out in the end, but I don't know. I don't know if it will, but I'm curious enough to give it a try. If it does, that would be real cool. I'm real curious to see where this leads. If it ends up working, that would be real amazing. And I can see that it doesn't really matter how strong these parts are. What matters is that connecting point, especially because it's right there. And I think it'll get even more complicated if I were to have split it up into 3 pieces instead of 2. So I'm wondering what our options are here. I can't really say for certain until I print everything out. So I think that's what we're going to have to do and just give it a try. But it does feel solid, and it's going to be sitting at about that much of an angle. So I think it might work, guys. That's pretty cool, because it ain't sitting like this, it's sitting up like that, and the other one's sitting this way, and it just might work. I don't know if you guys seen Master of Disguise, but it's crazy. So crazy, it just might work. Besides the screw hole sizes, the tolerance for the drawer, printing it out, not standing up, but obviously on down, so you don't get on the back here, so it doesn't get this thing going on like this one. This one was printed on its back, and it looks great. And I'm also thinking to maybe also make this a little deeper, so that little sag that happens from the support is kind of higher up and gives a better tolerance. Other than those things, all these pieces fit together, and I'm really looking forward to getting our PETG filament so we can kind of get the final prototype going. Nonetheless, that about wraps it up for today's vlog. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. Until next time, peace, love, and joy.